Hey y'all, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to do the She Wolf Pack book tag. Alright y'all, so I'm so excited to be filming this video. Been meaning to film it for a while now, but we're here and it's Sunday, so this is coming out tomorrow. So talk about being down to the wire, y'all. But your girl's doing it, okay? We got some natural light coming in. I got my big old book stack, as y'all seen in the thumbnail. This tag is so much fun. It is celebrating bookish friendships. And this was created by Alysha from For the Love of Christian Fiction, Jenna from Jenna Van Morik, and Audrey from Audrey Bow Author on Instagram. I'll leave their information down below as well as the prompts, but this was so much fun because this title, I'm gonna quote from her video, this title comes from the name of their group chat that they've been using since they met on Instagram in 2018, and each prompt is inspired by a memory from their friendship, an inside joke, or their love for Christian fiction and bookstagram communities. Celebrate your book besties this Galentine's or Valentine's Day by participating in the challenge and tag your friends. And so this was done closer to Valentine's Day, and I'm just now getting around to doing it, but I think this would be fun to do any time of the year. So if you need a good book tag, I highly recommend this one because it's a lot of fun. Well, I just love this community so much, and that's why I love this book tag. It celebrates online friendships, and they have the She Wolf Pack, and I love my book nerd besties. Y'all know who you are, and my Sisterhood of the Traveling Books, and, you know, our reading queens, all the good things, all the fun chat names. I love them so much. And then I have my people that I just talk to individually on a weekly basis. And I'm just so thankful for those that check in and just pray for us, and I can pray for them, and just those great community friendships that have been built over the last couple of years that I've been on BookTube and Bookstagram. So love this tag, love what it represents. Highly recommend that you check this out and do this if you can, either on Bookstagram or on YouTube. So without further ado, let's get into the prompts. So S is for summertime, a book that takes place primarily in the summer. And all these books will actually be linked down below. I don't know how much I'm going to go in depth, by the way. This is a very quick tag. But the one I picked was Summer in the Spotlight by Liz Johnson. This is book 3 in the, was it Prince Edward Island Shores? Yeah, Prince Edward Island Shores series. And the first book is Beyond the Tides, and the second book is Long Way Home, something like that. And this is the third one. And I love this cover, by the way. I mean, gorgeous. Definitely exudes all things summer. This is set on Prince Edward Island in Canada, and just in general, this series has been up and down a little bit for me. First book, I gave 3.5 stars. The second and third book, I've given 4 stars. So I do own the second and third book, and I really enjoyed this family dynamic in this. In this one, we have Kelsey and Levi, and Kelsey is trying to have a benefit to raise money to help rebuild the theater, and Levi, he is a teacher there as well, and they all kind of work together to have this common goal to fix this theater. There is all of this aftermath from this hurricane, and they're getting to know each other, and it's just a really good story. Definitely recommend this series. While it's not a top favorite, it is definitely one that I have enjoyed. H is for, and we're spelling out She Wolf Pack, by the way. So H is for Happily Ever After, a favorite book with a happy ending. Now look, I picked one answer on all these answers except this. And I picked 2, okay? So can I just talk about these books again? My Phony Valentine and My Lucky Charm. Now that I have both, I mean, like, look how beautiful these are together. Can't wait for book 3. And I love these. They have the cutest happy endings, feel-good romances. I've talked a lot about them. I'm not going to go into much detail. Hockey romances. Just so sweet. My Lucky Charm has like this fun little twist, not gonna say, but it's just so great. It's a trope that I absolutely love in books, and I just highly recommend this series. I love Courtney Walsh's rom-coms. They're so much fun, lighthearted, just cute, make you laugh, all the good things, clean romance. We love to see it. So yeah, the best happy endings are in these books. E is for Everywhere You Look, a book with a setting that you'd love to see in real life. And for that, I chose The Bridge to Belle Island by Julie Klassen. I absolutely love this setting. It is beautiful. Belle Island, it sounds like a place I would love to visit and just walk the countryside of the beautiful estate. And I mean, you can see the cover here of kind of like what it's supposed to look like, right? It is gorgeous. And then even on the back, it kind of wraps around. love this. I would love to just be there in the moment and to see the beauty that Belle Island has to offer. This book is set in the early 1800s, and it has our main character of Isabel, and for 10 years she has pretty much kept herself in confinement at Belle Island for fear that if she leaves, she will die because of all this stuff that's happened with her family in the past. It's set in England. Even though she's been in isolation here for 10 years, it doesn't stop the police from thinking that she committed a murder when her uncle ends up being killed on a carriage ride to London. There's all this murder mystery stuff going on. There's a little bit of romance. It is a great story. I highly recommend it. Julie Klassen doesn't disappoint. I give this one 4 stars, 3.5 to 4 stars, but I think looking back, it's more like definitely like a solid 4 star. I think at the time I was just not in the mood for it when I read it, and I'd love to reread it to kind of see the things I missed. If I really was just not in the mood for it, I think it's one I really need to like return to, because the setting is so atmospheric. The story is great, and especially after I've read more mysteries now, I think this is one of the first mystery books I had read in the Christian fiction market, so I want to go back and try to reread this at some point. There's lots of characters, incidences, trying to figure out who done it, all the things, the romance is great. So yeah, highly recommend this one. W is for Watch Party, a book that you would love to see turn into a TV show or a movie series. And for that, I picked Lights Out by Natalie Walters. Let me just say, I need to continue on in this series, but I only own the first book. I could do the others on audio, but trying to prioritize what's on my shelf for right now. But at some point, I'm planning on getting back into this series. This one was so much fun. It is a snap agency novel, so it kind of reminds you of, like, you can kind of tell on the cover, it kind of reminds you of like an NCIS type story. It definitely feels like a movie. I felt like I was like in an episode of NCIS or something like that while I was reading this. It's fast paced, second chance romance in here, and I just really had a great time with this. I can't wait to see the romance continue on in the next book, because I think this is more suspense than romance, because the romance is more so being fleshed out towards the end and it's meant for you to continue on. But highly recommend this one too. It's just a great Christian romantic suspense series. I'm not gonna get into all the details of what each book is about, but this was definitely one that kept me on my toes. There's kidnappings, murder, explosions, poisoning. Terrorists are going to do anything to accomplish their goal on a digital blackout. That's all we need to know. So it's just a really fast-paced, fun story. I would love to see this in a TV show. O is for Oh What Fun, a Christmas book. Now, speaking of Natalie, honey, the other book I read by her is Better Watch Out by Natalie Walters. I'm going to say it, I already said her name, Natalie Walters. This was so much fun. I cannot wait to see what she comes up with next in this series. It was one of my favorite Christmas books of last year, probably the favorite Christmas book I had last year. And this was set in New York City. We had Franny Frost. Y'all know I talked a lot about this. It was one of our book club picks, and it was just so much fun. It's like showing the magic of Christmas. It just exudes all the things magical Christmas here, okay? So she goes there, finds her boyfriend with somebody else. They end up breaking up. She says, look, I'm not letting him mess up my trip. So turning her trip into like a bucket list adventure. And we have this guy come in here who's her brother's friend. It's like supposed to be protecting her, and like we'll keep an eye on her, and then like some miscommunication, mistaken identity stuff ends up happening, and it's just a good time. So yeah, I love this one. L is for Laughter is the Best Medicine, a book that made you LOL or laugh out loud. And honey, I picked Just Don't Fall by Emma St. Clair. Let me just say, the rom-com journey last year, y'all, was so much fun to go on, and finding the ones I enjoy, and I really enjoyed this one. I gave this one 4 stars. Another hockey romance, when I just see it, right? I want to read more by Emma St. Clair, just kind of see what I end up thinking, but overall, I definitely enjoyed this one. I laughed so much. Our main girl in this is Parker. The guy's name's Logan. She's the team's social media manager, and like stuff ends up going down. I think there was fake dating in this. Logan ends up becoming her accidental fake boyfriend, and the rest is history. So it's so good. You know, I love a good fake dating romance. It's so much fun. So yeah, give this one 4 stars. Makes you laugh out loud so much. Clean romance. We'd love to see it again. F is for Female Friendships, a book with a strong female friendship or a friend group you'd love to be a part of. And Almost Everything by Mandy Blake. I'm telling you, the girls in this, the friend group, they were just like, they was not messing around. They was letting our girl know, look, we found out your man cheating. We gotta let you know. We gonna take care of you. Like, you know, we're gonna help you get through this, girl. And like, I love that about friends. Like, truly taking care of her and letting her know things and not holding on to it. Being great friends to her. And I loved it. So this is a really cute cowboy romance. The main guy's name's Blake, and my bias is. But I enjoyed this one. I need to continue on in the series. I love Mandy Blake's cowboy romances, and I can't wait to read more about her. It was so cute. Love the friend group in this. It was great. P is for Photograph, a book with pictures or illustration on the inside. Okay, y'all knew I had to pull this one out. This is Anne of Green Gables. Love to see it, and I love this edition. It's from 2004. I love this cover. Beautiful, the colors. And then inside you have a lot of the different illustrations and things in here. Pull a couple more. I mean, beautiful. Just beautiful. So I would love to reread Anne from this copy. So good. A is for art, a book where the characters craft something artistic. And for this one, I picked Catherine Center, Hello Stranger. So I don't know that like he really crafts anything, but she is an artist in this, and she experiences facial blindness in this, and she's navigating through that as a portrait artist and trying to figure out what to do. And there's kind of like this love triangle in here. I ain't gonna say, but there's kind of like a love triangle in this, but like it's not really like a total love triangle because you know that she's spending time with one person more than the other, so it's not like a true like half with one guy, half with the other kind of thing. So there's that, but it's just a really great story. I gave this 4 stars. It's a clean romance. Or clean or closed door one. I can't remember exactly like what the romance scenes were like, but there was no explicit scenes in this. Might have been some language or something like that, but it's been a little bit since I've read this. I read this last year, but I love the cover. It's beautiful with the flowers and everything on it, and it was just a really great time. I think this is really a great contemporary story mixed in with the romance. It had a really good balance of romance and contemporary stuff going on in the story. C is for Christian fiction, and that is a story that displays what you love about the genre. And you know this is my pick, right? I mean, the OG, Becky Wade, Stay With Me. I've reread this twice. I love this book, Sam and Jen. Our main girl, Sam, is a faith Bible study influencer creator going through a pill addiction in this story, and things kind of come to a head when she ends up having to stop after taking too many pills, and she ends up passing out in this farmhouse thinking it's like abandoned, but really it's like a secondary place for this guy Sam, and he ends up going in there and he's like, this girl is in here. He finds her pills, he keeps her secret, and he ends up really kind of helping her through that. And you really see her journey of trying to heal and come out of that, how the Lord really brings her through it as well. So that's everything I love about Christian fiction. Good faith content. Romance was romancing. It's so cute. Real world problems. So highly recommend this one. For the final letter, K is for Kiss, a book with a kiss. And so, you know, I could have picked anything on this. I was trying to pick something I hadn't talked about in just a little bit, and that is Laurel's Dream by Pepper Basham. This is a Christian historical romance, and it starts in a series. She's working on book 3 right now. In this we have Jonathan Taylor and Laurel McAdam, and this is set in the Blue Ridge Mountains in the early 1900s. This schoolhouse stuff going on in the Appalachian Mountains, and it's just a really great story, great romance, beautiful. I love book 2 as well. Highly recommend this series. So that's it for this book tag. Let me know if you've read any of these books down below, or what your answers would be for this tag, or you could do your own tag on Instagram or YouTube. Make sure you tag these girls. I will leave their information down below in the description. Thank you, ladies, for making such a great friendship book tag. We love to see it, and I loved all the prompts, and I will leave all of the prompts down below for you to easily find, copy, paste, all the good things. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.